Hi, it's Andrea from Club SciKidz. So today we're going to be like Elsa. We're going to make ice. And I gotta say, this is one of the coolest things I've seen in a really long time. So we know that water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. For this experiment, hopefully you've already prepared. You've taken 2 or 3 or even 4 bottles of water. It needs to be distilled or purified water, and you've put them in the freezer. They need to be there for about 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes. We want them to get very cold. Now, here's the thing about purified water or distilled water. It's going to get to that 32 degrees, but it's not going to freeze. It's actually going to get a little bit lower than that because there are no impurities. In order for ice to grow, it needs to have something to grow on. When it's truly purified water in a plastic bottle that's undisturbed, it's going to get a little bit lower than 32 because there's going to be nothing for the ice to grow on. So we're going to use this really cold. It's actually called super cooled water, and we're going to use it to make ice. So it's really important that you make sure that first of all that your bottles are super cooled. If you go to the freezer and one of them has ice in it, it's not going to work. That's why I told you to freeze at least 2 or 3. And once you get the bottles out of the freezer, you need to be very careful not to bump them, not to drop them, not to shake them. And as you're opening them and you're pouring them into the glass, you need to be very, very careful because any kind of movement or jerk or drop it'll turn the whole thing to ice. Still really cool, but it's actually neat when you get to see it in a glass. So make sure that when you put your bottles in the freezer that you're going to be at home to be able to do the experiment 2 hours later, because unfortunately, once the bottle is frozen, it doesn't work. So I already have my bottles in the freezer. I'm getting to the point where it's about time to do the experiment. The only other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a glass and then a plate to work on. I'm going to show you 2 different experiments to do with super cooled water. And again, this only works with truly distilled or purified water. If you just fill a bottle up with tap water, it's not going to work. It will freeze right at 32 because it has impurities in it. It has things that the ice crystals will grow. So I will see you back here and I will show you how to make ice just like Elsa. So we are trying the super cooled water, freezing again. Go ahead, I'm going to open it very carefully. Pour it very carefully. Let us see what happens when we put the ice cube in. Crossing our fingers. There it goes. See that? It is now frozen. So let's go ahead quickly and try with building a snowman. All right, so we have the ice cube, same super cold water. How cool is that? And again, this is happening because of the super cold water. Now I can tell that this water probably would have been better if I maybe left it in just a couple more minutes, but not too many. Because once it's frozen, it's too late. So again, look how cool that is. Again, the whole thing didn't quite turn to an ice cube, but we definitely have some ice that has formed. Although it didn't work quite as well as it did the first time. We definitely got it to work this time. This is a lesson that science sometimes doesn't work the first or the second or the third time. I believe this was the fourth time I've tried it. But go ahead, see if you can do it. The trick is really getting that water at just the right temperature. For me, I think about 2 hours, and probably 18 or 19 minutes would be enough. 2.5 were too much. So just go ahead, try it, and let me know if you can get it to work. Thanks. Bye.